At least 158 people have died, 128 others have been injured, whereas many are still feared to be trapped in the Wayanad landslides. Army soldiers have been airlifted by Indian Air Force aircraft to the landslide site for rescue work. While the rescue ops are underway, Chief Minister of the state, Pinarayi Vijayan, has declared a 2-day state mourning for the loss of life in the calamity. There has been massive damage to life and property, and 3,600 people have been shifted to relief camps. In fact, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has also announced an ex gratia of 2 lakh rupees each to the families of the deceased. Meanwhile, former Wayanad MP Rahul Gandhi was set to visit the accident site today along with his sister Priyanka Gandhi, has cancelled his visit, citing adverse weather conditions and incessant rains in the area.
Tragic that your relatives moved from their house to be safe from the floods, and the landslide strikes at the same house there. What has happened in those few hours? Were there any signs that there could be landslides here?
Actually, around 2 days back, the heavily rain started. Actually, till this, in my experience, so there were no stones coming in normal rain. Actually, 2 days back, my grandmother was in bed. Actually, so my uncle said, "You just come and take my grandmother to my home." So when I went there, one of my friend's mother also were there. So she lived very close to that street. So she while going, she said, I heard sound like stones are coming in through the water.
So how many bodies have been identified now? How many still missing?
Around 85 bodies are already identified, and so many bodies are taken. Actually, why I am waiting here, my 2 uncles' bodies are there already. So their families also. There are 30 bodies coming from Nalambur.
How many from your family is still missing in this landslide?
7 are missing.
Although the focus right now is on the rescue and relief operation, there are questions that need to be raised in the coming few days. Did the rampant, unplanned commercialization for tourism result in destruction of Wayanad, making it landslide prone? Look at what's behind me. This is a small hill here, and you have a resort kind of a establishment that's come up. Trees have been chopped so that these cottages have an unobstructed view of the stream that's right next to it, the valley and the other hills around it. What it essentially means, this development has meant that trees have been chopped and then perhaps pillars have been put up so that this is a strong structure. In all this, the stability of this hill might have been compromised, the soil might have become loose, and this is something that we have seen at multiple places. Did the local administration here, whether the panchayat or the government at large, have any sort of a study on what is the carrying capacity of Wayanad? Geologically, these hills are classified as young. They don't have big boulders or big stones like we see in several other hills. This is largely soil that has made up this hill, and many say many of these hills are not really strong, and that's why when you have this kind of a development, it becomes all the more dangerous.
ഞാൻ ചൂരൽമല സ്കൂൾ റോഡാണ്. അപ്പോൾ വീട്ടിൽ രാത്രി ഞാൻ ഒറ്റയ്ക്കാണ് ഉള്ളത്. പിന്നെ കട്ടിലൊക്കെ ഒരു കുലുക്കം കണ്ട്, പിന്നെ ഭയങ്കരമായ ശബ്ദം, പിന്നെ ഭയങ്കര സ്മെല്ല് അതൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. പിന്നെ കുറച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ എല്ലാവർക്കും ഫോണ് ചെയ്തു. ആരും ഫോൺ എടുക്കുന്നില്ല, അടുത്തുള്ളവരൊക്കെ. അപ്പോൾ വീടുകളൊക്കെ പോയി, എൻ്റെ വീടൊക്കെ പോയി. പിന്നെ എനിക്ക് കുടുംബങ്ങളുള്ളതൊക്കെ മുണ്ടക്കൈയാണ്. എല്ലാവരും പോയി. ഇതിൽ 2 ആളെ കിട്ടിപ്പോൾ, ബാക്കിയുള്ളവരെയൊന്നും കിട്ടിയിട്ടില്ല. 6-7 പേരൊന്നും കിട്ടിയിട്ടില്ല. അപ്പോൾ ഇനിയിപ്പോൾ വീടുമില്ല, സ്ഥലവുമില്ല, ജോലിക്കൊന്നും പോയിട്ടും ജീവിക്കാനുള്ള കഴിവുമില്ല.
In fact, Kerala Governor Arif Mohammed has visited Chooralmala, which is the highest impacted area in Wayanad. He's spoken to CNN News 18 and he said that more needs to be done to manage the Western Ghats and the eco-sensitive zones. And he also has ensured that he is happy to coordinate between the state and the centre.
Joining us right now, Kerala Governor Arif Mohammed Khan, who's just visited the massive landslide hit area. So perhaps one of the biggest tragedies in the recent times.
Very big tragedy. It's a colossal tragedy, and everybody is feeling so full of grief. And people are at a loss of words what to say. But when you come here and you see so many volunteers, the district administration, our defense forces, everybody is so enthusiastically and courageously engaged in the relief and rescue work.
Sir, you've actively spoken to the union government and state government. Happy with the coordination and the kind of
No,
joint?
absolutely. There is total coordination, and there one should not worry. We have proved it again and again that in an emergency, we all rise like one person.
Sir, today the focus obviously is on the rescue effort, but you think in the coming days, it's time we look at unplanned development, especially in eco-sensitive areas?
I've already said that, and we have about Western Ghat, a comprehensive study was undertaken. The report is there. That report and even the new research and new findings that can be taken into consideration. But here in this particular tragedy, here it was mostly because of a cloud burst. Cloud burst is something that can, this is an area which is, this is a Ghat area. So here these things do happen.
But would you advise the government on how to go about development in these areas? Because 2018 was a wake-up call, but nothing changed. We had more corruption, more construction, more commercialization.
You can say that, but it won't be right to say that nothing has changed. But more needs to be done. That is right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for speaking to CNN News 18. Done.
You just heard the Kerala Governor Arif Mohammed Khan. He's spoken to CNN News 18's Harish, and he in fact is talking about how a lot needs to be done when it comes to the eco-sensitive zones in the Western Ghat areas. Remember, a lot has been said about it and how there needs to be proper demarcation about these zones. The governor of Kerala also mouthing the same sentiments while he speaks about how and what a colossal tragedy it has been in Wayanad. My colleague Neetu is joining us for more details on the story. Neetu, if we talk about the relief and rescue operations in Wayanad, how are they progressing? Neetu, if you can hear me.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you in between. Can you repeat the question?
I just wanted to understand how are the relief and rescue operations progressing in Wayanad?
See, right now the focus is on the Mundakai area where only since from evening the rescue workers could reach there. So that is the area which they are concentrating right now. And basically in Mundakai area,